Good evening. I'm David Gamer, the Cultural Attaché, and the American Center is delighted to have Nicholas Honerkamp, Professor of Anthropology at the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga, here at the American Center this evening giving a lecture. In particular, Nicholas, could you please talk about your project on Mulberry Grove?
Mulberry Grove is a site in Savannah, Georgia. It was established in 1736, and a lot of things happened there. It's famous primarily because famous people visited there or lived there, but also some very important things happened there that relate directly to the history of the region and the entire United States. So I'm involved in a book project with UT Press to write a book on the archaeology that I did there several decades ago, and an overview of the history.
And for our Czech audience, can you talk about the relevance of your project for Czech archaeologists and Czech anthropologists?
Absolutely. As I said, a lot of things happen there. The site is a microcosm of so many social and political and economic forces that affected the United States from the colonial period and even before. There's a prehistoric component at the site too. It starts when Georgia starts. It's one of the first British colonial efforts, and it reflects some of the major trends. It became a large plantation with slave labor. George Washington visited the site because Nathaniel Greene lived there. Supposedly Eli Whitney invented the cotton gin there, which some historians attribute the Civil War to the development of the cotton industry in the South, so you might say that it began there. So, it goes up through the Civil War. The site was burned by Sherman. So if the Civil War started because of Mulberry Grove, it also ended there too, and Sherman's march to the sea. And I think that it offers such a broad spectrum. This slice, this one site, illustrates so much about the history of the United States in the colonial and antebellum period, that it would be interesting and also good to know, because it's about the United States and how the United States changed, and it's different now than then. So I think it will be a useful thing for the Czech audience and American audience too.
Great. Well, thank you, Professor.